What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Casual Fan Podcast, the hardest working, most accurate, most entertaining NHL sports gambling podcast on YouTube. My name is Pat Stubbs, your host and commentator, and today we're going to break down every matchup of the NHL weekend coming up. We're going every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 116 days straight. In the past two videos, I've offered up 2 3-team parlays that both hit, so we're feeling good this week. We're also expanding into MLB, NBA, and much more very soon. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss all the greatest sports gambling content in the world. So what happened over the past couple of days, over Wednesday and Thursday? What did we see in the NHL? Well, number one, I told you that Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl went through a miniature slump as far as those guys' numbers are concerned. They bounced back in a big way. They blew out the Ottawa Senators and looked very good doing it. As much as I hate on the Oilers, I like to see when McDavid is successful. So it was nice to see the guy bounce back on Wednesday. I took a hit on the Vegas Golden Knights, but I was kind of joking about that pick. I had some great stay-away games that would have lost you money if you had bet on them. What else was important from the past couple of days? Well, last night, Austin Matthews in overtime did this sick backhand goal, and what a filthy goal. Guys, I'm pretty sure when that Matthews goal went in, it moved. So that helped my Leafs bet hit, and then my Islanders, Flyers, Hurricanes bet hit, and as I said in the last video, those teams never let me down. The Islanders and the Hurricanes are currently leading their respective divisions, and they look pretty dominant, each on 7-game win streaks. All right, so let's plow right forward. Let's get to the Friday night games, then we'll go to the Saturday, and then I'll make a gut check Sunday because the odds aren't out yet, but I'll tell you who I think is gonna win. So starting with Friday night, the Vegas Golden Knights, minus 133 favorites against the St. Louis Blues, plus 118 underdogs. The Knights are 1-4 in the last 5 in St. Louis, and the home team is 8-3 in the last 11. The Blues are 19-9 in their last 28 home games, following a 7-game road trip. However, the favorite is 5-1 in the last 6. The Knights are 5-1 as a road favorite, and the Blues are actually 1-6 in their last 7 at home. The Blues just inked Jordan Binnington to a massive contract. If I had to make a prediction, goalies don't play that well after signing massive contracts. I feel like there's gonna be added pressure on him. Could be wrong, I would take the Knights anyways, but I definitely like the Knights in this game, especially after dropping both games to the Minnesota Wild. Come on. All right, next game, the Arizona Coyotes at plus 141 underdogs against the Minnesota Wild, minus 160 favorites. Coyotes are 1-4 in the last 5 meetings, 8-20 in their last 28 games as a road dog. They're 1-4 after scoring 2 goals or less, 2-8 on Friday games, and the Wild are 10-1 on Friday games. I like this Minnesota Wild team. Right now, Kaprizov is my favorite player in the league. Next game, Senators plus 190 underdogs against the Edmonton Oilers, minus 220 favorites. Sens are 0-4 in the last 4 in Edmonton, 0-6 in the last 6 meetings, favorite 6-0 in the last 6. Sens are 1-7 in their last 8 4-6 situations. The Oilers love beating up on the Senators. McDavid and Draisaitl are back. Oilers all day. Oilers minus 1.5. The next Friday night game, the Los Angeles Kings is plus 187 underdogs against the Colorado Avalanche, minus 216 favorites. Kings are 9-4 in the last 13 meetings. Under is 4-1 in the last 5. The Kings are 4-1 in Colorado and 4-0 after scoring 5 or more goals in the previous game. But the Avs are 4-0 on Friday. The Kings are 1-7 on Friday. And the Avalanche are 21-9 against a team with a losing record. I would take the Avalanche in this game. Next game, dead even odds between the San Jose Sharks minus 110 against the Anaheim Ducks at minus 110 as well. This game's a total stay away. I wouldn't even touch it. However, if you must bet, the Sharks are 8-3 in the last 11 in Anaheim, 4-1 in their last 5 meetings, but the home team is 6-2 in the last 8, and the Sharks are 0-9 following a win. The Ducks are also 2-10 in their last 12. This is a terrible matchup. Just stay away. All right, so that's all the Friday games. Let's discuss Saturday afternoon through Saturday night. Rangers plus 163 odds against the Boston Bruins, minus 200 favorites. I feel like these guys are always playing on Saturday afternoons, and I feel like it's always the Bruins coming out on top. The Rangers are 0-4 in the last 4 against a team with a winning record, 1-8 in the last 9 meetings between these teams, 4-10 in the last 14 in Boston. There is no way the Bruins lose this game, barring unforeseen circumstances, which I guess is true to a degree in every single hockey game. Next game, the Dallas Stars and the Columbus Blue Jackets, both at minus 110. It's kind of sad looking at and seeing Patrick Laine in Columbus. I hope he bounces back. The Stars are 1-6 in the last 7 in Columbus, 2-10 in the last 12, 1-6 in their last 7 versus a team with a losing record. But the Jackets are 2-8 in their last 10 overall, 1-5 at home. Definitely something going on between the roster and the ownership of John Tortorella in Columbus. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to affect the team positively or negatively, but right now it's a stay away. Next game, Montreal Canadiens minus 103 slight underdogs against the Calgary Flames, minus 118 favorite. Habs are 5-2 in the last 7 games in Calgary, 6-2 in the last 8 meetings between these teams. The Dog is 7-2 in the last 9. The Flames are 0-5 in their last 5 games following a win, and they're 0-4 in their last 4 after scoring 2 or fewer goals in the previous game. For all of those reasons, I am interested in taking the Montreal Canadiens. Pittsburgh Penguins minus 215 favorites against the struggling Sabres, plus 170 underdogs. Sabres are at the implosion point. I love the Sabres because they're a consistent team in an inconsistent league. The NHL's parity is unrivaled by almost any major sports league. There are 30 competitive teams in this 31-team league, and then there's the Buffalo Sabres. But don't don't worry about it, Sabres fans, because next year there will be 31 competitive teams because the Seattle Kraken will be here. Next game, Islanders minus 159 favorites against the New Jersey Devils plus 130 underdogs. Favorite is 19-7 in the last 26 meetings. The Isles are 21-7 in the last 28. Islanders are 4-1 in their last 5 in New Jersey. I made a silly Devils pick based on the Islanders having won 6 in a row, thinking that 7 is too many games for any team to win in this crazy National Hockey League. The Islanders won 7 in a row, so I have to ask myself, do I make the same mistake again? Every fiber of my being wants to take the Devils, but I just can't sleep at night betting on that team against the first place New York Islanders. Give me the Isles in this one. Next game, Washington Capitals, slight underdogs, minus 107 against the Philadelphia Flyers, minus 114. Caps are 2-7 in the last 7 meetings. Favorite is 20-8 in the last 28 meetings. Caps are 5-2 in Philly. The road team is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. Just like the last game, I said that if your life depended on it to pick Philly, and they lost. So I'm gonna go ahead and bet your life once again on Philadelphia and hope that they split the series. Next game, the Nashville Predators plus 205 underdogs at the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 265 favorites. The Preds are 0-5 in their last 5. Favorites 5-0 in the last 5 meetings. Preds are 0-5 in their last 5 games on 1 day's rest. They're actually 4-0 after a loss of 3 or more goals, but the Lightning just lost to the Red Wings. I don't see them losing to the Nashville Predators back-to-back. Give me the Lightning in this one. Next game, Chicago Blackhawks plus 128 underdogs against the Florida Panthers, minus 155 favorites. Hawks are 8-2 in their last 10 Saturday games, 7-2 in their last 9 road games, but they're 7-27 when their opponent scores 5 or more goals in the previous game. That's a wild stat. Hawks are 1-4 in the last 5 meetings. Favorites 14-5 in the last 19. Panthers are 7-1 when their opponent allows 2 goals or less in the previous game. I would stay away from this one. The Panthers are a very volatile team. The Blackhawks do have value, but I don't think they'll win. Next game, great series between the Winnipeg Jets plus 155 underdogs against the Toronto Maple Leafs, minus 190 favorites. The Jets are 2-5 in the last 7 meetings. The favorites 18-8 in the last 26 meetings. The Jets are 7-3 in their last 10, but they're 2-6 on Saturday. And the Leafs are 9-1 against teams with winning percentages above 600. These teams were extremely close. It was decided by 1 goal, so I would stay away. Realistically, if this was a best of 7 series, I would pick the Leafs 10 times out of 10. I just want to make it clear, I have almost 0 emotional tie to any team. I mean, I'm cheering for the Maple Leafs because I'm from Toronto, but I will bet on the Winnipeg Jets if I think they're going to win this game. And I don't. I think the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to win this game. Bloods all day, let's go. All right, next game, Knights minus 122 favorites at the Blues plus 100 underdogs. Knights are 1-4 in the last 5 meetings in St. Louis. Home team's 8-3 in the last 11. The Knights are 9-2 in their last 11 Saturday games, and they're 13-3 in their last 16 games on 0 days rest. I don't see the Vegas Golden Knights losing 3 straight. They're going to take this game. Next game, the Edmonton Oilers minus 122 favorites against the Vancouver Canucks plus 100 underdogs. Oilers are 7-3 in their last 10. Favorites 4-1 in the last 5. In the last 5 meetings, the Oilers have won 4-1. Road team is 5-2 in the last 7. Oilers are 5-0 in the last 5 games of a 3-4 situation. 11-1 on 0 days rest, and 10-1 versus a team with a losing record. As I mentioned in the Leafs game, I have no emotional affiliation to any of these teams. Give me the Oilers. Let's go, Edmonton. Next game, Sharks minus 114 slight favorites against the Anaheim Ducks, minus 107 underdogs. If you stayed away from the first game, I would stay away from this game for all of the same reasons, but I would pick the opposite team. Whoever wins the first one is probably going to lose the next one. All right, so with all those Saturday games out of the way, let's get to the Sunday games. There are no odds out for it yet, so I'm going to give you the Sunday gut check. This is just my gut feeling, who I think is going to win the games and who I would pick and who I probably will pick. So you got the Coyotes and the Wild. The Wild are sick. I like the Coyotes, but they're not quite as sick as the Wild. That's why I'm going with them. You got the Hurricanes and the Red Wings. Like the Islanders on Saturday, the Hurricanes are going for their 8th straight win in the National Hockey League. Did the Red Wings upset the Tampa Bay Lightning and ruin the Carolina Hurricanes streak in the same week? Probably not. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes minus 1.5 in this game. Next game, the Stars at the Blue Jackets. I really have no idea on these teams. They both really are bad right now, so I'm going to stay away. Islanders, Devils. I learned my lesson on betting on the Devils, but they'll probably make me pay for learning that lesson by beating the Islanders in the next 2 games. However, I'm picking the Islanders on Saturday, and I'm picking them on Sunday because they're good. They're really good. At some point, someone's going to end the Islanders streak, and it might be the Devils. But I hope it isn't. I'm going with the Islanders. Next game is the Kings and the Avalanche. Really, the Avalanche should be in a different class than the Kings. I like the Kings, but they're not going to win, so I'm going to take the Avs. And if they do win, that's not my fault. That's the Avalanche's fault. They're a better team. And the very last game of Sunday night, the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Ottawa Senators. I feel good about this Leafs game. I feel real good. I feel real good. I've been singing the Leafs praises lately. I shouldn't get too high on them or too low, but after the way they came through that 3-game losing skid to come back and beat the Jets, see how they play on Saturday night, but they should beat the Sens and beat them handily on Sunday. But who knows with this division? Really, who knows? So now with all that information, let's take that, harness it, move forward, and make some predictions for Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Who I think is going to win, who I think is going to lose. I posted a 7-8 record over the last 2 days, and before that it wasn't a very good record either, which tells me I'm about to get hot for the weekend. The same thing has been happening all season, where I'll go cold for like 4 days, and then bam, I hit every single favorite. So who I think is going to win, starting with Friday night? Knights, Wild, Oilers, Avalanche, Sharks. And then on Saturday, Bruins, Blue Jackets, Canadiens, Penguins, Islanders, Flyers, Lightning, Panthers, Leafs, Knights, Oilers, and I guess I'll take the Ducks. And then on Sunday, my official picks, Wild, Hurricanes, Stars and the Islanders, Avalanche, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that's it, that's what I think for the entire weekend of NHL action. I've been actually pretty good this entire season, so listen to my picks, you might win a thing or two. I'm also gonna offer you my official bets. In the last 2 videos, I offered you 2 different 3-team parlays, and both of them smashed, which means you'd be up on the entire week. So officially, on Friday night, I'm gonna do another 3-team parlay. Oilers, Avalanche, Knights. Lock it in. And then on Saturday, I'm going to do another 3-team parlay, keep it going. Bruins, Penguins, and just to make it electric, the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then on Sunday, I'm going to make a third 3-team parlay. The Hurricanes, the Islanders, and the Colorado Avalanche. And when we hit all 3 of those 3-team parlays and you 9-tuple your money, you can come back here on Monday to the Casual Fan Podcast and tell all your friends and leave comments and like and subscribe. So cheers everyone, thank you. And I'll see you on Monday. Good luck, win all your bets, and live the best life you possibly can. See ya.